professionals. We're all aunts, we're uncles, we're sons, we're daughters, but we're going to put our professional hat on for just a minute, and we want to go into further, like, what are we talking about? In our previous video, we said the environment plays a huge factor in behavior. So what does the environment mean?
Okay.
The environment could mean lots of things. It could mean where we are, the sounds that we hear, the things that we see, the things that we smell, the noises. It could be, did I get enough sleep? Could it be, am I hungry? Am I thirsty? Am I hot? Am I cold? Am I running late? Why is I in a car accident? Did I get in a fight with my spouse? Did I take my medicine? So the environment pretty much is everything around us, including the stuff that's inside us that really we may or may not have control over. And all of that could affect our behavior.
Yeah, perfectly said. I love it. So it's like, simply put, it's anything that affects our sensory inputs, anything we see, hear, smell, touch, feel, in addition to what's going on internally. So I'm speaking where you can hear the words coming out of my mouth, but when I'm thinking, I'm still speaking. It's just covert speaking. So, and that's the tricky part of the internal environment. But yeah, thank you, Stephanie. That was a great explanation. We talk about the environment. It's not just the room. I think that's like a common misconception that, when I say, hey, this is a great environment, people think, oh, it's a great classroom. No, it's not just the classroom.
Right.
It's the kids. It's what's, it's the way the kids interact. It's the teacher. It's the way she interacts with the teacher. It's the helpers. It's the colors. It's everything. So it's the placement of where the classroom. It's close to the cafeteria. It's close to the exit, or it's far away from the playground. That's the environment, right? It's every little thing. But people think environment as a place.
Right, like in the room that they're in, or not looking at all the different variables or the little tiny details of that room that makes it the environment.
Right.
And anything that's going on in our body. Like, you cannot deny that the feelings and the hunger, that is all part of the environment as well.
Yeah, I mean, no, great point, Marquis. I was doing an observation this past Monday, and we were talking a little bit about an individual that we went to go observe a student. And he was trying to figure out, like, we can't identify the antecedents, and we're having it just comes out of nowhere. And I said, well, it's not coming out of nowhere. We're just not able to identify what those antecedents are. And they can be, we also have this internal environment outside of the external environment. So, the internal environment are our thoughts, our feelings, our health. So, if I have a toothache and I can't communicate that my molar is killing me, then I'm hitting my jaw, and they think, oh, this individual is engaging in self-injurious behaviors. We think it's attention maintained, which is completely off in this example. There's something going on that we're not able to identify, which we always recommend. Make sure that when we see some, such behaviors, that, the pediatrician or the dentist or, somebody who has an expertise in this medical type of background is, doing a physical to make sure we can rule those things out. And, another example in talking about the environment is the temperature. I had a family that I worked with who had a daughter with special needs, and she was in 6th grade or 7th grade, and she was quite big, and quite strong, and she was lovely during certain parts of the day, but very challenging during others. And they were like, we did a functional analysis, which is just, for everyone else out there, is what we do as professionals to try to determine why individuals are engaging in property destruction or aggression, towards themselves or others, or tantrums. So, they were trying to identify, why is she so aggressive, and why is she so aggressive towards herself, the first 3 periods, but then 4th period and 6th period, there's no issues. But then again, in 5th period, there's a problem. And so they were trying to come up with all these, different theories. And I spent a few days with her, and I found that during 4th and 6th period, she was in a room that was air conditioned. She lived in a place where the weather's hot all year, and she had clothing on that was inappropriate for periods 1 through 4 and period 6. She was wearing jackets or sweatshirts or whatever. And I was telling them, she can't communicate that she wants to take it off. She doesn't have the
Mm,
fine motor skills to take these things off. So she's overheating during the day.
mhm.
And she's asking for water, but you guys are thinking that she's trying to get out of situations when she's just overheating, and then she becomes aggressive towards others or towards herself. And so when we manipulated the environment, where we changed some things and did a test to see, hey, what if we put her in the air conditioning room all day? We found that there was a significant decrease in self-injurious behaviors. And then when we had her dressed like the other kids in shorts and a t-shirt where it was a little more comfortable, and she had free access to water, we also found that she wasn't engaging in these maladaptive behaviors. So the environment, the internal environment, it's not something that we can directly observe, which makes it challenging to identify why individuals are doing what they're doing, but we don't want to count that internal environment out.